Welcome to Season 1 of Gaming with Scott presents Stargate SG10, a Southgate Media production. Join us each week as our Stargate SG team follows a path of adventure and attempts to save the world and each other from the dangers of the universe. Starring Joshua Jackson, Kat Moran, Scott Troiano, and Cindy Bergen, with Scott Somerville running the table as Game Master. Epic adventures await just beyond this music. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. I am here with Kat. I heard you were going, she's going for this soda. She's like, Kat. Oh.
You jerk.
Josh.
I saw the Java.
I saw the Java Cree. Cindy.
Hello.
Oh.
And our Game Master, Scott Somerville.
Thank you all for joining us once again as we rejoin the adventures of Stargate SG10. As we rejoin the team, Captain Covington and Master Sergeant Calhoun are taking point and have just come to a section of hallway where they are confronted with Jaffa on either side of them.
Okay. I did the Stargate theme, right? Go ahead. Fine. Man, everybody's a critic. Moving on.
Gentlemen, what are you going to do?
Turn to the right, flashlight on the first figure that I see to try to see what is there, if it's real or if it's a figure.
I mean, if it's a statue, or does it move?
Yeah.
It is not moving.
Give it a 10 count.
It's still not moving.
Poke it with a stick.
That's next.
You said don't touch anything.
I'd be like,
And what are you
He said
going
for
to do,
you not to touch
Captain?
anything.
I'm going to talk, Red. You
Yes,
see
sir.
any movement?
No, sir.
Got that pencil?
I do.
Give me a roll, each of you.
Storyteller's not going to let us throw a pencil.
It was
at
all good until we brought up the pencil. 5.
9.
Master Sergeant Calhoun, you notice after taking a more protracted look at the Jaffa on the right, the armor, the staff weapon, all of that is what you've seen in the briefings, but the portion of the figure that is exposed, what the portion of the body that is not armored, is desiccated and mummified.
Understood. Sir, I believe this is a mummy. And I point on the body where we see mummified remains or whatever.
I shift my focus to the one on the left. Similar?
Yes.
I'm going to take a second and move up. I'm going to just check the alcoves. Are there anything but the Jaffa in the alcoves?
No.
Is there writing? There's no articles of nothing, no possessions, no...
Can we get a roll for traps?
There's the...
I was trying.
Any obvious tripwires,
Anything.
buttons?
Yeah. Any...
Don't step on me. You know.
Holes in the wall for poison darts.
I mean,
Yeah.
the spot in between them, is it a raised brick? Is there anything that looks odd about the
You mean
hallway?
aside from the dead Jaffa standing next to you?
That too.
Yeah, that's normal. It's
Are
Tuesday.
you sure it's dead?
Well, that's my thing. Is are you sure it's dead? Like they did mummies here for a reason, and Ra was thousands of years old. So the fact that they're quote unquote dead, well, they've been dead for nearly 100 years. That just means they're sleeping.
And there's clearly something Wuji in this temple.
Yeah. Well, and then the air thing when we came in, I don't like that.
Point taken. But to initial examination, no, there's nothing that you have perceived.
Sweet. I'm going to wave the doctor up.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
These energy weapons we've seen in briefings, should we take one? Dun, dun,
You can try and take it.
Does it work?
Well, we'd have to take it to find out.
We're going to
wouldn't
have the
we?
doctor check and make sure that these things are dead first, and then
First
yes,
off, are
we
they
will.
human?
Sir, can I recommend something, sir?
Go ahead.
Can we make it to the end of the hallway first before we touch anything?
No.
I tried. Thank you, sir.
How far up the hallway are you going?
First set.
For a set where you are.
Right where we are. Because when the other 8 come to life, when the other 8 pairs or the other 4 pairs come to
Are
life,
you
we
going
can.
ahead of it so I don't have to be left open?
No, I'm going to move and let you move behind me to the one to the left.
Okay.
All right.
And then I'm going to come up and cover her flank.
Dr. Metters, if you step up to the first one on the left, what are you going to do?
First observe, is it human? Or
It's
does-
helmeted, so you can't tell, but it does appear...
Extremities?
Extremities appear human.
Okay.
How many fingers? Does it have 5 fingers?
Yes.
Okay.
Gloved, but yes.
Okay. Then... Does it look like the armor is permanently attached, sewed on?
Not that you can tell, but give me a roll, please.
D20, D10?
D10.
On anything in particular?
Going on your perception.
Okay. That is...
What did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
2 is wonderful. The thing that immediately grabs your attention as you're shining the light and looking at the exposed portions of the body is that there appears to be almost a silvery spider web that is in and on the exposed tissue. Certainly where there's some breaks in the tissue, you can see it more prominently. It's very, very fine, but it's showing up under your light as you're doing a very close examination.
Would that possibly be like a neural web that's been embedded into the tissue?
What does that look like?
I don't know.
You may have just
Would you
discovered
like
it.
me to draw it for you?
Here's how you build one.
You imagine it could be.
Okay.
Certainly it is serving, obviously it served some purpose at some point in time. It is embedded in the skin.
So, Doc, are they
Basically
dead?
trace to see where it goes. To see if there's any place that it goes outside the skin, that it plugs into anything.
Nothing.
Okay. Tweezers, tug just very slightly on the webbing. Not enough to break, just to see if it has any motion.
Somewhat. It gives a little bit.
Okay.
Doc?
Then be very careful. Gently let it go.
Are they dead?
For now.
Red, let's move up to the next pair.
Okay. For
And I'm going
now?
to leave you there to...
For now, sir?
Let's go.
All right. Flash the light. Make sure they look exactly like the others.
And I will take your camera with flash and take photos of the walls and the Jaffa.
Teamwork.
As you move up, you notice the Jaffa are in the same condition.
Seem as desiccated, more desiccated, less desiccated?
As desiccated.
Okay.
All right.
It's like, they're getting fresher. No! All right. I'm going to... Red,
Yes, sir.
why don't you stow your weapon, and do you have any idea on... was there anything in the briefing on how to fire those staff weapons?
No, sir, but you really want me to stow my weapon?
Well, are you going to juggle?
Sir, I would be horrible, but I would try if you gave me an order.
That could be
Hair?
interesting.
Do any of them still have hair?
They're helmeted.
Yeah.
Good question,
So-
but helmeted.
So try to take one of their weapons, sir.
See if she can take one of the helmets off.
No, it's very firmly affixed. I mean, it's set on the body. You're going to have to actually...
Lift it up.
Well, to answer what he might not, they were affixed to the shoulder harness to the rest of the it wasn't just a helmet. It's part of the top torso. So
Yes.
you lift up from the waist, so you go to lift up and it's
You
no,
really
it's
don't
stuck
have the
on there,
leverage.
Yeah.
like that kind of thing,
Sir, I might be able to get this without touching it.
How
Okay.
would you do that?
Pull out a box of matches.
In that case,
Give me a roll.
Based on anything in particular?
A 10.
That is a 10, yes.
While all of this has been going on, you've been looking around the rooms. You see nothing in the alcoves that you're next to. However, looking at the flare as it's beginning to die down, you notice that the door appears to be metallic. It is reflecting an awful lot of light back up the corridor, which is what catches your attention.
Ooh, shiny.
Okay. But, sir, I can...
Do it.
Do it.
Oh, was that to me, sir?
Yeah, Red, go ahead.
I'm gonna take a match, and I'm going to try to set the arm on fire that is holding the staff weapon with a match. I want to see if there's a reaction. If not, I want to see if the arm will burn off and if the staff weapon will fall.
Staff weapon falls. He just reaches out and catches it.
What he said times 2.
We're going to cut this here. I'm going to cheerfully admit that I don't know if desiccated flesh would burn or not.
Boom!
Don't
Yes.
know
Depends on
either.
how it's preserved.
yes.
Methane.
Gosh, it will.
Oh God,
Hey,
you know.
I would think methane production, but
think
it
of-
depends on how long they're there.
Think
too
of all the movies you've seen where they have lit a leg bone while they were in the catacombs
I want to be
and
Indiana
use
Jones.
that as an alternate torch.
Yeah, I've never really bought into that.
The movies did. Why can't you?
See, he hasn't seen that movie, Josh. You should be able
Shall
to
we look
empathize.
it up in science?
Science! No, you know what I,
mean,
really
it is
love?
essentially dried leather, and it would also depend on what they used to embalm it.
You know what I really...
That's the
embalming
point.
fluid could make that shit.
And I only
Kerosene.
have like a box of matches that I put on my list.
So he's going to use a
Think
match.
of flesh. It
But-
burns.
But I do have to say...
Char.
that
Under high temperature.
I have to say, once again, kudos and benefit. Stumping the ST is always a good thing. They always go, I hadn't thought of that. That's an awesome move there.
I'm sorry. It was either going to be really good or really bad. I thought.
Okay, cutting back in now. You hold a flame up to the arm, obviously the exposed skin part, and it does start to catch fire.
Okay. I'm going to keep it up.
All right.
Does the sprinkler system turn on?
As you do so, it doesn't seem to burn very well.
Okay. I will reach for one of the Bowie knives that I have, and I will go to hack off the arm.
All right. You start working on the arm. It's fairly well protected by this webbing, which as you try and cut through it, it's not having a great deal of success.
Okay.
You're able to do it, but it's an awful lot of work, and this is a nasty job.
So I'm hacking into this thing. Sir, this thing is hard as hell, but I think I'm making a little progress.
Go ahead and leave it.
Well, does it go through? Am I making any progress?
Can you just pry its
Not
fingers
very
open?
much.
Yeah, if you want the weapon, have you tried just prying open his fingers?
Yeah.
I
If
didn't
you've
wanna
got a
touch
Bowie
it.
knife,
All
you're
right.
cutting through his skin. Just pry the hand open.
All right. Try to pry the hand open.
That you're able to do.
All right.
Ta-da!
Try to take the staff weapon.
You do?
That's
Okay.
why we brought the women folk.
Question. Does the webbing continue on to the fingertips?
You can't tell because they're gloved, but it does seem to extend under the
Not all
armor.
gloved.
All of them are gloved.
Okay.
She's pointing to the miniatures. She's like, you didn't paint gloves on all of them.
Sorry.
Sir,
Actually, I don't see gloves
Yes.
on any of them.
may I try
That's
to
what I
use
was
this at
thinking.
that door down there?
I'm going to take a look at the door.
It's very shiny.
Oh, does she point out the shiny? I'm not walking there. No, don't move us. We're not moving. We didn't say we were moving. Don't touch those. We will advance when I say we advance. We're not
And-
getting any closer to that than we have to.
And sir,
Yeah, I'm being cautious.
and
I
sir,
get it.
before we go, should we take any other
Get
staff
samples
weapons?
of the flesh.
We're going to take more samples.
Yeah. Should we take more for everyone in the party?
Potentially.
And you get one, and you get one.
Everybody gets a staff weapon.
We're the Oprah of Egypt. What?
Yeah, the Oprah of staff weapons.
Do I recognize the door shiny?
You've been promoted.
All right.
You didn't before.
Oh, hey, that's a shiny door down there.
Now I do. Yay. Okay. Thanks.
I'll
There we
try.
go.
I'll try to pry another staff weapon out of another.
He's just gonna collect them. Like, hey, got them. Like,
I would like to get
Make it
one for.
small.
I would like to get one for everyone in this group. I don't even know if they work.
Ideally,
but
get all of them in case they somehow reanimate and come after us.
That might be a good idea too.
I like the
All
way
right.
she thinks.
Yeah.
try to disarm all of the corpses and take all the staff weapons if it's similar to what I just did.
How exactly are you going to go about carrying that much equipment in addition to your own?
What is
Carefully.
it? 10?
Yes, 10.
We will take them one by one and take them to the end of the hallway, and we will each take one in tow after that.
So you're gonna put them back by the stairs?
Or no, we're going to put them back by the door.
Oh, I'm gonna put them up by the
Okay,
door.
so
Well,
that's
if you're
two
wearing a pack
trips
or something,
with
just
four
strap it
each
to
of
your
us.
pack.
No. He had a good point. It's just take it one by one, take the staff weapons away, put it at the shiny door that we're going to, and each one of us take one of these things, at least for research.
For future reference, you do not strap anything to your back that might impede your egress through a door to make you look like Scooby-Doo.
No,
It goes boom,
like
boom, boom.
Dumb and Dumber.
You don't. That's
What are we doing here, Harry? What are we
I hate
doing
that he
here?
has a
Well,
good
having an open
point.
stairway on one end and a large door on the other, I don't think we're going to be sliding through any windows.
hey.
never know.
Unless there's a trap door.
What are we doing? We got no jobs.
Are
We
there
got no
any
food. Our pets'
buttons
heads are
or
falling off.
latches or ways to secure the armor?
No,
Okay.
not that you can see.
She just wants some naked Jaffa. She wants to get Jaffa out of his armor.
So I'm going to one by one take all the staff weapons, put them by the shiny metal door, and give an individual one to everyone in the group for now.
You're able to do so.
And then go down to this shiny door as long as Captain Covington allows that.
So
Okay.
shiny.
Both of us are going to head down to the shiny door. Oh,
And
dead
knock over
Jaffa.
Jaffa on the way.
Yeah.
Jaffa down.
Gonna also take pictures, make sketches of
Mhm.
how the armor attaches to the skin.
Get up in there with that zoom.
It doesn't attach to the skin. As a matter of fact, it's almost like plate where the body has desiccated underneath it. So it's shriveled somewhat. There is a space between the armor and the skin that remains. That
It
you
can
see.
rattle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. What are you going to do?
Trying to take the armor off of the last body back there. Yeah,
Furthest or closest to the door?
furthest. The one I've been working on.
And you?
Documenting. Taking pictures.
Okay.
You reach the end of the hall.
Yeah, we did.
Big shiny door.
You see two golden doors at the end of the hall.
Nice.
As your flame, as the flame on your flare begins to sputter out.
Okay, make sure the flashlights are back on.
The doors are gold.
Ooh. I'm going to run my fingernail across one of them. Like gold?
Gold.
Holy.
They do have symbols upon them.
All right,
What
so-
you've learned to recognize as a cartouche.
Okay. Now, when you say cartouche, to our listeners at home, what would that...
A cartouche, if you're familiar with
Circle
Egyptian,
surrounding it.
yes, is an Egyptian name. It's denoted by having a circle around the group of characters that make up the phonetic letters.
Oh, cool. All right. Is this one I recognize?
No, you do not.
I don't expect to. Do any of them look like stick figures?
There's nothing, well, as far as the lettering, it's got a number of figures and squiggles and this, that, and the other. But as far as drawings, no.
Okay.
There's no art on it of any kind.
Sir, may I
Yeah.
push on the door?
Don't dent it.
I was going to take my thumbnail and draw mustaches.
By all means, sir.
That was just me.
You are the CO.
Let's try the door. I'm going to help him kind of shoulder one open. And I hope we're not
Do
pushing.
you know how
We're not
heavy
pushing.
gold is?
Yeah, that's why I'm helping, because the idea of I gave it
Then
a push,
again,
it didn't
maybe
work on
it
it.
was just plated.
Before you open the door, can I get pictures of it in case whatever's on the other side blows us to smithereens?
Do you yell this out? Because we're like,
What's you gonna do?
Maybe not yell, but loud enough to
disturb-
Not enough to be heard. Okay. Be
Disturb the dead? Yeah.
Hey!
like, okay. I was gonna shoot the door from the length of the hallway and go, hey, cool. They do work. Glad I didn't do that. Yes, I know. Yeah, come on up
so
here
I
and
will
take pictures of them.
advance and take photos. And try
I
not to be
should
blinded by the
probably
flash on the
go
camera.
up there.
Is there anything on the exterior? Are there any buttons, anything around the door? Not the door itself.
No.
And as you're taking pictures, does any of it go, warning, abandon all hope, ye that
Yeah, a
enter
little
here? Or
Cthulhu reigns here.
danger. Do not touch.
Yeah.
Is there anything that immediately jumps out at me?
Biohazard,
That's horrible phrasing.
You see the cartouche for thar. Same one that was on the third panel outside.
Okay.
And right next to it, down on the lower right, it says, you are here. Oh, no.
Gentlemen, how are you going to go about opening this door?
Putting a shoulder into it, see if we can forcibly push it open right now.
And as I was saying, I hope this is a push.
There's a small
not
sign in the corner that says pull.
Right, not a pull. Yeah, that we're going, okay,
There's
it's
no
closed.
handle. I got nothing. There's no handle.
Yeah.
We're
that
gonna
would
start
be-
in the middle. It's a pair of
That would
doors.
be your
It is a pair of
bad
doors. That is correct.
for not telling them.
Yeah,
Maybe I wanted to watch them struggle a bit.
we're going
Yeah,
to put a shoulder towards the middle seam and see if it gives at all. If it does not move whatsoever, I have a follow-up plan.
As do I.
As you lean into it, yes, this is very heavy. But as you lean into it and push into it, it begins to open.
Okay.
Ladies, would you help us push on the door, please?
All right.
Because my secondary plan was I thought it might be one where you had to move to the side of the walls and push, and it would be like a pull. And it's the you know what I mean, the hinges are not on
Yeah.
the wall; they're kind of
Yeah,
in
inside
2-3
of it.
feet. Yeah,
Nice.
right on idea here. I got plans.
Left.
Okay, because we're both on the right.
Okay, we'll take the left one.
Well, why don't we all four push on the right?
Fine.
Okay,
Is there
fine.
enough room?
Got to be all logical and whatnot.
I would think. Is there not
There's enough room.
Okay.
There's enough room.
Yeah, because given those models, maybe they're not. Poor map scale. All right, I'm teasing.
As you begin to push on the doors, they give with increasing speed once you put your weight into them, and they
Put your
swing
back
open.
into it.
Once they begin to swing with momentum, I say, everybody stop. I want to let them kind of like open, not boom, or bounce back towards us. We
Or-
won't want to.
Yeah, that could be bad.
They don't swing open with momentum, but they are easier to push open, and once you get them going.
Okay. I just don't want to bounce them off the walls. I
no,
don't want to.
no,
you
not
know.
about to happen.
Okay. Okay. Lights in the room. What's on the inside?
Yeah.
Hey,
Looking inside, the room is illuminated in the center.
by
From a
what?
hole in the ceiling, or
Thank you. Yeah. Huh?
It's diffuse light, but it is focused in the center of the room. You're not sure of the source, but you immediately see there in the center of the room is a sarcophagus, and behind it appears to be a canopic jar.
what head is on the canopic jar?
It's indeterminate. It's a face, but at this distance, you really can't make out details.
Okay, because traditionally they're very different faces.
Red perimeter.
Question to the ST. With what you gave me before starting this game, is that remote?
No. Oh, do you have a remote for it?
Correct.
Yes.
That is awesome. Okay.
Dude, what do you have, like a drone? Fly it in there.
It's a
I
bullet
don't
line.
have a drone. But I
What
go.
do you have, a 32-inch Samsung TV?
Yes, in my pocket.
Okay.
Pocket of holding.
I'll go on the perimeter as Captain Covington said.
Please move yourself. Show me where you're going.
Your figure. Uh-oh. You moved the entire sarcophagus.
I'm
He
sorry.
walks into the room tilts, the sarcophagus rolls to one side. Oh, no! Crap. Quick, grab it before it hits the wall. Why'd you have to use one of the headphone jacks? Now I'm going to hate them for the rest of the time that we're playing this.
Another question, the ST. Do I have to push a switch on both the remote and the object, or is it just the remote?
Place it back away. And yes, you'd have to have something
You
on it.
suck. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Remote spaghetti ordering.
You circle around it,
Yeah.
Fettuccine.
and aside from seeing how ornate the sarcophagus is, there's nothing in particular from that vantage point that you can tell.
I'll continue to circle
All right.
until this guy yells at me.
Please describe the sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus is very ornately Egyptian. It appears to be entirely intact.
Now, then here's the question that I have to...
The top of it may or may not be open. You cannot tell from this vantage point.
Okay. Then is it like we see in the museums, a stone sarcophagus, or is it like we saw in the movie, gold with the wings and the thing?
Yes, it's very ornate.
I've got a
So it's
question.
an inner sarcophagus.
Stone or metal?
And this is a question for the other doctor. Not being an Egyptologist, what do they usually store in the jar as opposed to the sarcophagus?
Typically, there are 4, and I don't remember the exact organs that are stored in them, but I believe it's brain, heart, lungs, and liver, I want to say.
Okay.
And they each have a different head, which is a different son of... Oh, God, I want to say it's either son of Ra or son of Osiris.
Okay.
I would think Ra. Not a character.
Does the sarcophagus appear to be made out of stone?
You can't tell from this distance.
Okay.
It's
it
the first one
shiny?
you've seen, too.
Yeah.
And we can't
Oh, there
tell,
weren't pictures in the briefing of raw stuff?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
and we can't tell which organ or jar or which head it is.
No, it appears to be a fairly large jar, but there's nothing...
Can I take my scope out again and use it and try to describe what is on each canopic jar?
There's only one
Only
jar.
one.
Yeah.
There's only one? Okay.
Okay. Just go up to the jar. So please move my
Okay.
figurine up there. She's not touching it yet, but she's
So you just wander out in the middle of the room and
Yes.
like, Doc, where are you going? Doc, where are you going?
to investigate.
Hey,
Okay, is it when you're going to pass the sarcophagus there? Let me know if it's open or closed.
Okay.
I want to go back her up. Can you move my guy?
Far wall.
Yeah. That's fine.
Sarcophagus open or closed?
The sarcophagus is open. It is empty.
Okay. Empty. Open.
All right, I'm going to move up to the side of the sarcophagus then.
Which side?
Her side.
Okay.
No,
I'll get to tilt.
I don't want to lean on it till it rolls on top of me. Okay.
It's okay. It might heal you.
See, I had not even thought of that. I was like, really? What? Is it made of stone? Now that I'm right up on top of it.
It's stone with inlaid metal.
I don't want to be alone in the Hall of Creepy Jaffa, so I'm going to go in the room too, on the opposite side of the sarcophagus.
Okay, does anybody know what this thing is?
A sarcophagus.
Okay. There's nothing in it.
Traditionally where you store dead stuff.
I wave my hand in the... I'm going to put my hand into it, not touch it, but do I feel the same static type kind of thing? On, when I break the plane of the... Look, he covered up the roll like, I can't let him see. That's awesome. Shit just got real.
No, you don't feel anything.
Okay, then I'm going to kind of wave my hand in the emptiness and go, yeah, that's where they store... This one's empty.
Are you wanting to get in it?
No.
Are
Not
you volunteering?
I'm not dead yet.
No real reason to put you in there until you are.
Yeah, well, let's not go there. What's in the jar? Anybody?
We haven't opened it yet.
Obviously. What's the jar about?
Organs. DNA.
Like
Give me
Yankee
a roll
Stadium.
on your perception.
Yes, that one. They've
4.
they've built a tiny one and stored it inside this jar
You're seeing
for
movement up the
elevator
hallway.
music while you're in the sarcophagus.
Hey, sir. There's movement up in the hallway.
What? Okay.
You know, there could be some other humans around here, like
Or former
Daniel.
Great. Move me to the doorway, please. I'm going to crouch and
Stop.
cover.
You make it about halfway. You see the nearest Jaffa are moving into the hallway.
Mother.
Good thing we took all their weapons. As far as we know.
And put them right by the door where they're headed.
We
Sir-
didn't bring them in with us?
Sir.
Oh, God damn it.
Hey. Sir, get away from the doorway, please.
What are you doing?
Trying to take care of the problem.
With what?
Please get out of the way.
Do it.
Excuse me.
All right. I'm
Hold that thought. What are you doing?
Well, I was looking at the canopic jar, but when he said there was movement, now I'm looking at the hall.
Your action.
Ducking.
And I've already got your actions.
Well, you don't know. Well, I was going to. When he says movement, I'm going to change my action. But that's okay.
Give me a roll on a d10.
6.
As you're looking towards the door, a large stone slab slides down from the ceiling, blocking the exit.
Okay.
This exit?
That exit.
Okay.
The doors themselves are shattered off their hinges as you are faced with a blank slab.
Okay. I'm going
Everyone, give me a roll.
10.
8.
8.
to 4.
Scott dies first.
And your roll, I'm sorry?
8.
8s,
10.
10.
8.
4.
Everyone but you
Scott dies first.
Scott.
doesn't seem entirely shocked. I mean, your reactions are fine, but you feel somewhat passive about this. It's very a feeling of acceptance.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
We're okay. Okay. Just a stone slab. I've had worse, sir.
We've all seen Indiana Jones, right?
And me?
You're yourself. You're fine.
Okay, then I'm going to do what I was going to do originally. I crouch down shoulder to the sarcophagus in the hopes that it provides any cover, and I'm putting a weapon towards that slab. So I'm right up against it, shoulder to shoulder, wrist to sarcophagus. I'm taking cover and aiming for when they come through, when that slab comes back up and there's a dozen fully armed Jaffa.
He said 10. Don't give him more men.
I'm
Stop
sorry,
it.
10.
Hold on. There's no other exit from this room? That was the only exit?
That is correct.
Understood.
That we've seen.
True. Above us, what is there?
Roof
With diffuse light coming from somewhere.
focused on the center of the room.
Yes.
Maybe
Ta-
below the coffin?
Take my rifle, aim up, and fire a couple shots straight up. They know we're here. It doesn't matter.
I am going to shout over my ear damage and go, Mom, what are you doing?
Give me a roll for a ricochet.
Damn it. 3.
If he shoots himself, I'm going to laugh.
If ceiling falls down on us, I'm not going to laugh.
3-second burst.
You thought I was going to be the one to die. We're all dying.
Everyone give me a roll.
Great.
Damn it, Red.
It's 4.
2,
7.
7.
10.
It comes very close to hitting you.
Damn it, Red.
This is why we can't have
Does
nice
that mean
things.
it hits me?
Is why we can't.
It does not.
No.
Okay.
Just seeing if the ceiling was breakable.
The answer is yes. Now stop.
No shit. All right.
After you fire, there is a voice in your heads, all of you, saying something in Egyptian.
That was pointless.
Wah, 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 wah.
9 plus a 1 mod, so 10.
You don't understand it, but it's loud and it's pissed.
Ah!
Damn it, red.
Sir, I might be able to take the slab out. I pull out a brick of C4.
God damn it, red.
Wait on that.
Affirmative.
I mean, it dropped the door on us. I don't know what it just said.
Was the coffin damaged by the roof falling in?
No, nothing fell in from the roof.
Okay.
Sir?
No, it was bullets that bounced off the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir,
Did any of the bullets bounce off of the coffin?
No.
Okay.
do we want to try these staff weapons?
You
The
mean
ones outside
on
the door?
other side of the slab?
I handed everybody one, and I was holding
Oh,
one.
we did bring 4 in then.
Yes.
This is true.
There are 6 outside.
Sure. When it
I'm going to aim the staff weapon I have at that slab and see if I can do anything to make it fire.
I'm going to hide on the other side of the sarcophagus.
As you should. He's like,
I've been ducking this whole time.
yeah.
Right there.
So you're all going to hide by the canopic jar.
Behind the sarcophagus, yeah.
No one has checked it yet.
so
Well, I was in the process. and
haven't
then
had
stuff
the
moved.
chance.
yeah,
Place yourselves, please.
before you fire that,
Yes, sir.
why don't we let them check the jar? Maybe
Is this one you or me?
Okay.
That was me.
Okay.
Holding, sir.
The one with the book is you.
That's you.
Oh, okay. That's the one I grabbed before, and you said it was her.
My apologies.
2p for a base? Really? Nice.
all right,
For those not
ladies.
familiar with the English, 2p is 2 pence in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Will you move my guy from the back more to the front because I would not.
Fire it from across. Are you going to be on the same side as me or the other side of it?
Other side, away. Up more. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, ladies with the jar. You want to check that jar before we start shooting again?
Yes, yes, I do.
Who's checking the jar?
She is checking the jar.
Checking the outside first before even touching or thinking of opening it.
All right. Just visual examination.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And photography.
And photography. After taking a few pictures of it, you look the jar over. It's not inscribed with anything. It appears to be a form of clay, as far as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Just a basic figurine with some kind of attachment at the head, where it looks like they sealed it off. There is a face painted in the approximate place where there should be on the figure. But again, it's nondescript. However, give me a roll.
Is it a humanoid face?
It is a humanoid face.
4.
It's a lot bigger than any canopic jars you've seen before.
Hmm.
Not massively so, but substantially so.
Roughly how big? Human sized, size of a large dog, size of a
I
cat?
would say it's probably about 2 feet wide by 3 feet tall.
Okay.
Oh, so it's not like canopic jar, like the size of this bottle. It's,
No, it's substantially.
Because my
You
next thing was going to be and just pick it up, put it back down. No,
No,
that's
you
not
could
going to happen.
theoretically fit a human in there in the fetal position.
Oh. Crap. Is it on top of the sarcophagus?
No, it is on
Behind.
top of a pedestal.
Okay. All right.
Is it? Is the pedestal
Pedestal.
low enough that I can, or we, if need be, can try to lift the lid?
Hold on a second.
Just a
I'm
peek?
thinking Indiana Jones here.
It's a solid block as far as the pedestal.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall we open it?
Give me a roll. Particularly you, Scott,
Oh, okay.
Captain.
3.
You're hearing what sounds like the sound of scraping on the stone.
Great.
Sir, we should probably get in a crossfire here, put them in a bottleneck if they make it through that slab.
Sure, at least they're going to dig us out.
I have nightmares that begin.
You're
this way.
fine with this, though. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. While this is being fine, can I put that brick of C4 just around the slab of stone at the base of it?
Yes, you can.
I will do that.
Okay, as he's doing that, I'm saying, what are you doing?
Sir, if they break through there, there's 10 of them versus 4 of us, unknown hostiles. I'm going to blow them to hell, if you allow me.
Fair enough.
Understood?
Or whatever passes for a hell in this world.
Well, we're pretty
whatever-
close to it right now, I'm sure.
Whatever circle of hell these comes from, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put it at the base of there. If they make it through there, they're going to get a rude awakening. Will you put me more like diagonal from the door? No, like this. More out.
How thick are the walls of the sarcophagus?
Put Scott the same place opposite. Yeah.
No, leave Scott where he is for the moment. I have a question first.
Approximately a foot thick.
Did we ever fire a staff weapon yet?
No, you said wait.
Shoot one into the door. Before you put the C4.
That's what I was going to do. I'm going to aim the staff weapon, and I'm going to try to jury rig it to fire at the stone slab.
Doing what?
Hopefully blowing it up.
No, how are you? What's the jury rate? What are you?
I don't
are
know.
You just mashing buttons? Are you gonna
I'm
lick
feeling
it?
around. I'm trying to find buttons. I'm going to try to twist it, corkscrew, whatever sexual position I need to be in to try to fire this puppy.
It's gonna
I'm
ride
gonna
it like
do
a
it.
witch's broomstick.
Woo! If it's as long as I'm weigh as much as a duck.
Oh, exactly.
Yes.
Give me a roll on a D10, please.
7.
Boy, you're really working at this. Nothing seems to be happening thus far.
Understood.
It's just slow to warm up. It's okay.
I'm gonna look at my staff
got-
weapon. Is
happens
there an
sometimes.
obvious
I got
trigger?
endurance.
No, there's not an obvious trigger.
I didn't
Okay,
know.
looking at the staff weapon, is there any of that spidery silk on it, like there is on the Jafar out there?
A very intelligent question. No, there is not.
That is a good question.
That's a great question.
Are we doing this?
Yes.
Hell yes. Even twice on Sunday.
So could I take cover in the sarcophagus? Just a question.
Don't do it.
Why not? Go ahead.
No,
All
go
right.
ahead. I want to see what happens.
Get in the
1, 2,
sarcophagus,
3,
Dr.
open
Roberts?
it.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, hop.
What are you going to do exactly?
Just lift straight up on the lid.
Yeah.
Lid of
She'll
what?
be
The canopic jar.
All right, so
Yeah, we should be on either side.
Are you gonna give the guys any heads up that you're just gonna open it, or you're just surprise?
Don't do it.
1, 2, 3,
Surprise.
surprise!
Who doesn't like surprises?
Surprise
Us.
attack.
Well, it's not grape flavored if you yell surprise. Go ahead.
Should be warning the boys.
she's on one side, Ursula's on the other side. 1, 2, 3, lift.
as
Doc.
you lay hands on the jar,
Okay.
please give me a roll on your willpowers divided by half.
Oh, snap.
Jesus.
Is willpower
5
the
then.
same as wisdom?
What
no,
is half your willpower?
right there. Divided by half.
The roll plus the willpower, then divide by half?
Okay.
No, the willpower. What is your score? Divide by half.
Oh, a score is 4, so total of that or half of that would be 2.
1.
Plus my roll would make it 8.
Do modifiers help?
No.
For willpower,
Okay.
rounding up or down for half?
Doesn't matter. I rolled a 1.
You are both gripped by a sensation like you cannot let go. You freeze as you lay hands on this device.
Well, crap.
Each of you give me a roll on a D10.
4?
5.
You both see them standing still as they're gripping this. There's nothing obvious going on.
Like it's obviously not 1, 2, 3 lift. It's
They're-
just they're really thinking.
You're rather, well, you're also kind of concentrating on the door as you're
Yeah.
hearing. So, and you're fine. Everything's good.
I know.
Yeah.
good. It's all in the hips. We're great.
Note to DM. Any beings that can sense emotions, pure sheer terror here.
That's fair.
You feel like your minds are being ransacked.
Great.
Well, first it was confusion and fear, and now it's just
That's
anger.
not as bad as the pure sheer terror.
Yeah.
Great.
Sir?
As you
Okay.
feel your minds being combed for information,
Graped.
Oh, great.
the voice in your heads growing more and more clear as it begins to speak once more. As far as the only outward effect you notice, the room is starting to become progressively lighter.
That's not reassuring at all.
Not at all.
don't go towards the light.
Yeah.
But, sir, this thing is not firing at first glance. So would you like for me to replace the C4?
Yeah.
All right. I will go over and place the C4 slightly in front of the doorway.
All right.
Are they still frozen or are they still...
So they're thinking about lifting the lid off this thing, and they're just apparently taking a long time doing it.
Yeah. Ladies,
As far as you can tell.
ladies, do you need help? What's going on?
Can we hear or respond at all?
No, at this time it seems like a small eternity has passed as whatever it is has combed through your minds, and it begins to speak, and you all hear it.
Has it picked up English?
Yes, actually.
Yay!
Impudent insects! How dare you lay hands on me?
Yeah, it's not happy.
Can we all hear that in English?
Yes.
Great. Let it go.
In your minds.
Sir,
Oh, good. Yes?
sir, we should probably shoot that thing.
Not yet.
I disagree, sir,
Can we
but
let go, or are we still frozen?
For the moment.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go up and grab Mo's wrist and remove one of her hands from...
Well, you've been over by the door, so...
No, I haven't
I know,
moved.
You're still close enough, but this thing has them, so it gets an action first.
Oh, well, okay, whatever it
Oh,
is,
now we're in
that's
rounds,
fine.
okay.
If we're in rounds, that's groovy. I understand that. I didn't know we were in rounds.
Oh, yes.
No, that's fine. All right, let's do it.
Oh, dear.
Everyone give me a roll on a D10.
6.
Nope.
3.
Four.
That was actually a 1 when it rolled.
You've already failed. You've already failed. You rolled a
3.
3, and your roll was a...
6.
All right. What's that against half your wisdom?
See, if you have to pull out your character sheet, you've done something wrong.
Yeah. Just go by the modifier or go by what your score is. Like I have a wisdom of 14.
Mm-hmm.
It's one less than, or no, it's even with my wisdom.
All right. You feel something brushing through your consciousness, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on you as yet.
Okay.
In the meantime, the voice proclaims, "Bow down before me. I am Thar, Reaver of Worlds."
Yes.
You are released from being able to touch it.
Immediately doing so.
Back away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I can.
Yes,
Sir,
you can.
sir,
Okay.
can I
Yep,
shoot that
Let go
yet?
back up.
No. Do they? So they both back up?
Yes, they do.
Okay. What happened?
Doctor probably backs up and falls on her butt.
Okay. What happened?
We couldn't let go for a minute, and then it was going through our minds, and then it yelled in English.
Do we need to get that thing opened?
Fools, I hear your every word.
Yeah, that's a no.
Sir, what's the priority? Thing in that jar or the 10, whatever the hell they are outside this stone slab coming in to
Jar.
kill us? Really?
Okay. Let's open it up.
Grovel before Thar, guardian of the dark, lord of invention.
Okay. You two have moved back, correct? Can you move your?
Sir, I can invent this thing a new asshole if you let me.
Help me get this lid off. I move me up to the side of the...
Sir, I really don't think that's a good idea.
Why? We got to open it up.
Because I was just watching these ladies as they were frozen.
Now they're unfrozen.
Let's blow this thing to hell.
Help
Everyone give me a roll on a D10.
me open the jar.
Wisdom at 1/4.
16 divided by 4.
Do we need to be over it, under it, equal to it?
You want to be low.
Okay, I'm 1 under.
4.
2.
So I rolled an 8. A quarter of my wisdom is 3.
Okay, for those who blew it, what you're hearing begins to seem pretty reasonable as it demands that you grovel before it.
Do you move to join me out of game question?
Oh, if it's an order.
I didn't give it as an order yet. Do you move to join me when I say we should open it?
I say to you that we should blow this thing to hell because there's some sort of mind
Scott?
thing going on.
I'm going to open it.
Beg for your lives. Let
Push.
your women grovel before me. Copulate for my pleasure, and perhaps I may let you live
Hey.
to serve as my new Jafar.
Scott, push back. Send my fear into it.
Bouncing off a brick wall.
Okay.
I'm going to grab it and open the lid.
Who blew their rolls? Just you.
No, I did too. If I would have rolled a 3, I would have beat it, but no.
All right, it's most recent order. I mean, think about it. You know, it's wanting you to basically entertain it.
Bow,
Grovel.
bow, wow.
Can I do like a river dance? Or?
I believe the order was copulate. You're going to get another wife here, according to Egyptian law. Or I'm sorry, Abydosian law.
Nice.
For those who have not blown it, your action, please.
Use the staff to flip open the Coptic jar head top. Instead of touching it with my flesh, use the staff to open it.
You essentially try and scrape the top off, but it's sealed, so that has no real effect. And the
thought
jar
it
is
comes-
of such weight that
Okay.
it's still firmly on its
Doesn't
plane.
use, so it's not. You can't use the staff like a lever. Then
Not really.
okay. Then never mind.
It's sealed too tight.
Go ahead.
I'm going to open the lid.
All right, you're just going to reach out and grab the sucker?
I'm going to reach out and grab the sucker and flip it off.
All right, this is...
Yes, I know it's the same thing they did, and it's kind of dumb to expect a different result, but she said the jar, or the thing, so I'm going to open it.
sealed ceramic that has been there for umpteen thousand years.
Shoot it.
Is this the
It's
same thing they
not-
grabbed?
Yes, this
Okay.
is the same thing they grabbed.
Okay.
Please give me a roll on a D10.
I'm going to try to shoot this thing.
And you realize you're going to shoot at me.
Yes, I hope that you evade.
No, as far as you're concerned, this is all great.
Okay. So would I even even in my right mind, if I would try to shoot this thing, would I act on that, DM?
Possibly, but, hey, it's Bata. I mean, this is going to be all right. I mean,
He's a
we
good guy.
really maybe ought to listen to what it's saying.
My initial response would be, if this thing is the source, we should try to kill it.
What's my wisdom roll you
That
want
would
me to
be
give?
initial. Yeah.
What's my roll?
I'm sorry, roll a D10, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 3. Under what?
That's very low. That's very low, which is good. So I'm going to maintain that you still keep control of yourself somewhat as you lay hands upon this thing.
Okay.
And again, you feel it. Well, again, there is the sense of an entity pouring into your mind and rifling through you like a book.
Nice.
Okay.
You feel
Is it two-way street? Can I rifle?
no. No, but you are able to sense what it's looking at, which is your history in the military,
Okay.
the composition of the Air Force.
Yeah.
On and on it goes as you stand there paralyzed as this being pours through you.
Fire my rifle if you let me, because I'm fearful as shit.
Your actions.
Mo is on her side of the room, just slowly sinking to her knees and rocking back and forth.
Your action.
If I'm scared to death from what you just showed me, and I would be because I would be losing control, I would fire. I would fire this thing, knowing this thing needs to be killed. But it's your decision, though, if with this mind thing, if I would be able to.
I'll give you a 50-50.
Okay.
High, you do what it says.
Okay.
Low, you can fire
Okay.
out of fear.
7.
Your actions. They both appear to be in various states of disorientation.
Fugue.
He is gripping this jar and again appears to be held tight by it.
Okay.
Giving you, I'm going to rule that gives you 2 actions.
Okay.
You have a gun.
She's not thinking clearly. She's not thinking slowly, so shoot the jar is the first action.
All right. You're not very well trained with
I know.
a handgun.
She's better than any of us right now.
What's standing behind the jar? Go ahead. Pull the trigger. That's fine.
Yeah, where are you standing right now?
She can.
Yeah, I'm going to certainly.
There you go.
Like I said, she's not thinking.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right,
If she was thinking, she would.
Don't shoot the
Do that.
captain. Today.
For the listening audience, the doctor has moved to the far side of the canopic jar, where the only target on the other side of the jar is Master Sergeant Calhoun.
Yay! Dancing a jig.
This is a noticeable improvement when it was the other 2 characters.
Right.
True.
That's awesome.
So it was a good thought, perhaps not executed as well as it could be, but as you say, you are not entirely thinking clearly. So, what is your other action going to be before you fire?
Before I fire?
Well, unless you wish that action to be firing.
I was going to have firing be the first and then maybe run around gibbering to be the second.
All
Nice.
right, let's try firing.
Okay. D10?
D10.
Okay. I have no idea what this is going off of. 10.
You miss.
Okay.
Boo.
Everything?
Well, we're about to find out if she misses him.
She did roll a 10.
Please give me a roll. Again on to D10,
Roll high, I think.
ideally.
10.
Really? Nice.
Confirmed.
In this particular case, I'm going to rule that misses. But again, we have the issue of ricochet. Please roll a D10. And the other 3 of you, roll it up.
It's like, Harry, we're alive, and you're a horrible shot.
10.
8.
7.
7.
It comes very close to you.
Thank goodness I'm off in some realm having my mind graped by the...
Wow.
Just shrug it off.
Shabam.
You miss cleanly.
Okay.
Your second action.
I like it. Don't be scared. You can do it. Second time's a charm. I'm a horrible judge of character, though.
Afterbite.
This is how I get rid
Don't
of
think it
stress.
over too much.
I know.
She throws the gun up and does her best hokey pokey.
I know what I'm going to do now. All right.
No, you're not. Don't you
Okay.
think of it.
Why?
Because you know what happens when you think.
See if I can use my
like shit
brain
gets
to
real.
activate the
Transporter beam.
staff.
What do you use? My brain.
You focus on it. You
If
look
it's,
at it.
if something else isn't invading my mind, then maybe my mind can turn this on. And so that's the thought, is turn on.
A very interesting thought, but nothing happens.
Okay.
And as you stand in the room, you hear the voice of Ptah say,
You still dare to defy me? Very well. I shall take you by force.
as sand slowly begins to pour out of the ceiling. Thank you for joining us for Stargate SG10. And please wish our characters, as they embark on their bold adventure into the afterlife, a fond farewell. But please do rejoin us for the next episode as we see what happens. Thank you very much.
And as always, you'll hear from us real soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening. And that's it tonight for us on the Gaming with Scott Presents Season 1 of Stargate SG10. You can always send us an email at gamingwscott@gmail.com or catch us on Twitter. Joshua Jackson is at ActionJack853 and me, Scott T, at GamingWScott. You can always find us on Facebook at facebook.com/GamingWScott. This is a Southgate Media production. Remember, we all represent Earth every time we venture out into the world and beyond. Be the example you want to see. And as always, you'll be hearing from us real soon.